Konnichiwa, Yo Squad, it's your boy INCOG, back with another reaction video. And today for you guys, we are back with another video. This video, guys, is called the top 10 most impactful anime fights of this decade. So that goes from 2010 all the way up to 2019 to now we starting a new decade. So now if you see everything from, I'm gonna begin this video, I think I see some Dragon Ball Super, so we might see Dragon Ball Super fight. But one thing I forgot to mention in the other video that I just did top 10 anime fights of 2019. One thing I forgot to mention, I'm probably gonna mention it in the comments. On the video, like pinned comment. I forgot. Fire Force was not included in any of that on top 10, and I didn't even think about talking about that. I'm surprised that no Fire Force fight was in that top 10. I'm really shocked because Fire Force has some good fights and the animation stuff was like crazy. I don't know. Maybe this decade we might see that. Who knows? Might even actually see some on this video. Who knows? But yeah, guys. So without further ado, before we get into this, excuse me, subscribe channel if you're new with the red button down below. Stop liking this video. Help the channel grow a lot. Also, well, the bell notification. Make sure you click all so you know if I have time to make a future upload. Also, as well, we have a Facebook, a Mixer, and a Twitch channel. Make sure comments. Not comments. Description box down below. Those links, go ahead and follow those for your boys so you can actually be following up and just be keeping up with the channel. Help the channel grow a lot when you follow those channels and everything like that. Like I say, cause what you call it, the Facebook channel. If not, if you don't see it on Facebook, not Facebook. If you don't see it on YouTube, my channel, then you can see it on YouTube because I'm most likely gonna upload on there as well, like the video. Also, well, the Mixer and the Twitch channel. Really, the Twitch channel, I'm gonna be live streaming soon and doing video games like Borderlands 3 and things like that, and Soul Calibur, like finishing off the DLC and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, that's enough rambling on. Let's get right into this, guys. We're already 2 minutes into this, so play.
How's it going, anime lovers? Hope you're having an amazing day. And if not, that's about to change because I've got something very special.
Oh yeah, Naruto vs Sasuke, got it. That's gotta be okay, yeah.
Some of the best and most impactful
don't know what the anime is.
We've witnessed throughout the past 10 years. So get cozy and prepare yourself. Let's go.
Goku versus Jiren, okay. We start off with that heat. Okay, start with the flames.
Iconic fights from
that
the
sauce.
Dragon Ball franchise, Goku versus Jiren. Obviously, this list wouldn't be complete without Dragon Ball in it now, would it? Despite what the artsy and selective anime fan may tell you, creating a shonen battle is a form of art. Having said that,
it really is though.
Jiren's easily
lying about that.
one of the flashiest fights in Dragon Ball history. When the two finally clash, Goku's outmatched big time. Jiren surprises Goku by turning his spirit bomb against him, and just as things look over, Goku miraculously unlocks his most powerful transformation,
Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct. Surprisingly though, Jiren defeats Goku effortlessly, and thankfully the rematch isn't that far away. After all, it's the fate of the universe kind of shit that we're talking about that's on the line, so Goku finally masters Ultra Instinct. Overall, this fight made me feel like a kid again. I got flashbacks of when I saw Goku versus Frieza for the first time in DBZ. This has to be one of the coolest, memorable, and inspiring fights in all of Dragon Ball that won't be forgotten anytime soon. Next, it's Jotaro versus Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders. As for this being JoJo's #1 fight, hardcore fans might put this on their own list of best fights in anime because it's a pure mix of brain, brawn, and balls to the walls. After emerging from the shadows, Dio's back, but this time with his OP stand ability, the World, which can freeze time minimally, but enough to do some maximum damage.
The World?
The fight goes all around.
That's nice name for ability.
They push each other to the brink and it eventually comes down to wits. In one instance, when Jotaro's knocked down from a knife attack, he purposely stops his heart from beating just to play possum, and throws a devastating sucker punch before Dio can freeze time. Just when you think it's all over though, Dio finds a way to come back. Eventually,
wait, he cracked his skull and he came back. Wait,
to Joseph's body to absorb
what?
Blood to go full power. But that's not enough to stop my boy Jotaro as he angrily shatters Dio's body to pieces by stopping his roundhouse kick with a devastating overhand right swing.
Oh, this is on this. This is on this video too of the decade. The Luffy versus Katakuri is on this too.
At 8, we have arguably the best fight from One Piece yet: Luffy versus Katakuri. Now, I know a lot of people had some doubts around One Piece following its time skip, but there's no arguing the awesomeness in the fight between Luffy.
I mean, well, this was a good fight. So how long does it last? About like 4 or 5 episodes or something like that.
As a whole, and a major upset for the latter half of
Maybe
the series.
6.
As Luffy tries to rescue Sanji from Whole Cake Island, he comes face to face with someone he deems his greatest test for advancing as a pirate, Charlotte Katakuri, whose abilities are similar to Luffy's, but more powerful in every regard. During the fight, they begin respecting each other and develop as people and fighters. It's an amazing fight in the manga, and the great animation in the anime is definitely worth any fan going out of their way to see, just like all the others on this list.
All them episodes that's of One Piece, you definitely want to watch that fight. The most definitely. Dang, that Shonen Jump, man. That Shonen Jump know how to do it, man. They know how to get it done. So this was number 1 on top fights for 2019. So this is number 7. So okay, so it's gonna be a whole different. Okay.
Demon Slayer is considered by many, me included, as one of the best anime of 2019. It's
top 3.
Layered characters,
really
with
top 2,
diverse and
honestly.
complex personalities,
With
an
Baku no
interesting
Hero
and engaging
Academia.
plot, and of course, stunning animation. It's everything you could want, including one of the most emotionally impactful fights in anime. Tanjiro against Rui explores the themes of the unstoppable power of family love. Now, Rui desperately wants a family, but his vision of one is damn twisted and founded on nothing but fear, and still through repeated abuse.
Family on fear or actual organic family that Tanjiro got, and that's what beat Rui because he had
Tanjiro points it to him. This angers him to the point that he demands that Tanjiro take his words back and threatens to kill him if he doesn't comply. But after witnessing Tanjiro's sister's selfless act of shielding him from Rui's threats, Rui becomes obsessed with the idea of developing a bond with Nezuko. In the final moments, the siblings draw upon their love for each other, and then Tanjiro claims victory by slicing Rui's twisted head off.
Off the deep end, baby. Sheep. Oh, All Might versus Namu?
We move to the next entry with
really not
This
I forgot what's that guy's name.
You could argue that the fight in
that's that black dude on his face.
Fight between Superman and Doomsday, but trust me, it's much more than that. But damn me if this isn't impressive. Rarely do we see a seemingly godlike.
Oh, that's right. Also, too, do you see a Baku no Hero Academia video fight on that list too? That's crazy.
Defeat a villain whose entire purpose is to fight him at his 100% is making it much more intense, constantly questioning yourself. Is it possible for All Might to actually win? And if he does win, will he survive the stress on his body? Not only does All Might overpower Nomu, making him fly into freaking space, but also to everyone's shock, he goes beyond his limits and still has a bright smile shining on his face, proving for the nth time that a real
which is why he's the symbol of peace. You know what I'm saying?
No matter what the odds are.
Plus Ultra. Yes, sir. Get him out of here. We'll see you later, Namu. Oh, okay. Ichigo versus Uli or I forget how you say that wrong card's name. Ulquiorra. There we go. Ulquiorra.
The emotionless Ulquiorra finally comes to an end in dramatic, over-the-top fashion, just the way we like it.
Dang, that's back when Bleach actually was a top 3 anime at the time. That's crazy too.
When Ulquiorra landed a successful Cero Oscuras on Ichigo, but Ulquiorra had no idea he'd just signed his own death sentence with the attack by helping Ichigo take on his newest, powerful and terrifying hollow form. This is the moment when the two swap places, with Ichigo's new form revealing his deep demonic nature and Ulquiorra's first experience with fear proving that he's just as flawed as the humans he looks on from above. The fight is epic, seeing how faster and unpredictable Ichigo is compared to Ulquiorra when he's transformed, making it a living hell for him.
Yeah, it was a wrap. Once he put that hole in him, it was a wrap. Let's see what happens is Fate Zero? I've never seen this
fight from
fight.
a series known for its amazing fights. Yes, it's Kiritsugu versus Kirei from Fate Zero. Most people think major climatic anime fights must have over-the-top crazy action full of destructive attacks, big speeches and loads of screaming, leaving little room for originality. It's rare that the fight only contains two total hits and no dialogue,
little knives,
still remains compelling and interesting. This one achieves just that. Two of the most important characters in the Fate series, Kirei and Kiritsugu, battle it out as foils, two people cut from the same cloth. Pragmatic monsters who are beyond right or wrong in their personal crusades. That fluid fight choreography and brilliant strategizing highlight the rather short confrontation between two people who are essentially the same, which you can see in their exchanges. Despite being this badass mage killer who doesn't give a damn about fighting clean and honorably, Kiritsugu finds his match in the priest, who acts as a wall that he can't overcome. But overall, the fight's amazing, and personally, this is my favorite fight from the Fate franchise.
What? Wait, hold on. What just happened there?
Next on the list, it's Naruto versus Sasuke. Of course, this list
of course it's gonna be a top 3 with them, of course.
Frenemies, Naruto and Sasuke.
Of course.
These two being close friends, rivals, and to some extent, enemies as well.
That's dope how like it literally shows from kids, them growing up, and then they find each other like within like that time frame. That's so dope.
Naruto, of course, disagrees and tells him he's taking the wrong path. Seeing two close friends fight with everything they have, throwing their most powerful jutsus at one another was heart-crushing, but we knew it was only a matter of time before this happened anyway. This fight was amazingly well choreographed, and those flashbacks really made us all emotional. In the end, Sasuke's Chidori and Naruto's Rasengan collided, resulting in a big explosion, causing both
blow
of them
their arms. Yeah,
blow
their arms.
Sasuke admits defeat. Even after all of Sasuke's shit, Naruto still wasn't willing to give up on him. That's what real friends do, and thankfully, Sasuke acknowledged that.
Now we have Boruto, which is... Ugh.
For those who haven't seen Gintama, you're probably surprised to see this fight so high on the list, but for me,
yeah, I've never seen this.
This is one of my favorite fights in all of anime. That's right, peeps, Gintama's a lot more than just a comedy anime. This fight's raw and bloody. Just what you'd expect.
You fight with a wooden sword
versus samurai fight. We finally get Takasugi's point of view, who's not so different from Gintoki after all, but just a victim of tragic circumstance. As shown in their backstory, they've actually almost fought each other 500 times. They head towards each other screaming, leaving aside tactic or strategy. They know each other inside out, their fighting styles, weaknesses, what they're capable of. Both have been waiting for this moment for years, and when they finally meet, they're left with nothing else to do but unleashing the
he was smiling while he getting hit like that? What?
Every kick and punch thrown is immediately returned to the other. When Takasugi stabs Gintoki, then Gintoki stabs Takasugi, it's something like a mirrored PvP match where you fight your twin brother or something like that.
Oh, I gotta watch this anime. This anime's crazy. Oh yeah.
We have without a doubt one of the best fights in the Hunter x Hunter anime.
Hunter x Hunter, baby.
Versus Meruem.
Yeah, with the statue with the billion arms.
Delivering an epic showdown
the
between
Buddha statue, I think it
the
is.
Chimera and King Meruem. Leaving aside the incredibly crisp and amazing animation in the fight itself, more importantly, this is about the ideological conflict and what it means to be a human. Meruem's probably my favorite anime villain of all time. He's a complex character that initially starts as your typical cruel and violent dictator that considers himself superior to all other forms of life. He felt no concern for his dying mother after his birth, and he only shows respect towards the strong and has no towards humans, viewing them
yeah, I forgot that. I did not like the insect art of
Meruem started to question the differences between ants and mankind and battled with his identity as half human and half insect, questioning the nature of violence and strength as true power. On the opposite corner stands Netero, fighting to save humanity from extinction. That and, well, because he really just likes a good old fight, Netero dedicated his life to martial arts. Similarly to the king, he displayed a great deal of pride when it comes to his own abilities. His goal in life is to find a worthy adversary that he can fight with his whole spirit. They both admire and acknowledge each other as worthy opponents, though it looks like the fight could go either way with no clear indication who's ultimately going to win. Soon enough, we see that the king sees holes in Netaro's patterns, taking advantage of them to get through the hands of his stand. I mean, Bodhisattva. Netaro's mistake
He called it a stand, I'm dead.
leg, but the old man continues to fight, brushing it off like no big deal, calling it just a lucky punch. After that, if this old man isn't the biggest badass in the show, then I don't know who is. The king's physical superiority against Netaro's superior will is like a battle between an unstoppable force and an immovable object. In the end, it seems that the king got the best of him, and just as we think this at the end, Netero reveals that he had a final trick up his sleeve. The miniature rose, his final trump card that he uses symbolically, unleashing his deeply buried menace within his heart to nuke the whole goddamn field, along with Meruem. So, which is your favorite anime fight of the...
Alright, so we're gonna pause it right there. We're gonna end it. We're gonna end it right there. The top 10 most impactful anime fights of this decade. Yes. So that was a handful. That was a mouthful. That was a lot to take in with everything we've seen of all the fights we got. We went from we went from Fate Zero to Naruto and Sasuke to All Might on Baku no Hero. We literally went everywhere. I mean, we went everywhere around it. We even went to an anime called that Gintama, wherever that swordsman guy was, fighting with a wooden sword. Never seen an anime. I heard about it, but now I need to actually check it out because that fight looked crazy. Some of these fights were like way too intense. I didn't even know they was gonna go back then like that to Hunter x Hunter. That's crazy. I didn't, because I forgot Hunter x Hunter. That was 2011. That was literally the beginning of this decade. Because what, 2010, 2011. Yeah, literally it was the beginning of this decade, like 2 years in. I mean, a year in or something like that. That's crazy. That's intense. So like I said, guys, before, let me know what you guys think. Leave comments down below. I'm gonna try to leave a comment down below myself, like pin comments. We can like debate about it in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think any of these fights should be higher, lower? You know, like, do you think the Sasuke and Naruto the Naruto and Sasuke fight should have been, you know, number 1? Do you think it should be at number 3? Do you think it should be lower? You know, should any of these other fights, you know, rise above where it's at right now? Because, like I said, that Tanjiro versus Rui, that fight was top 1. That was number 1 on the top 10 2019 anime fights, and then this one is like number 7, I believe. So do you guys think it should have been higher? Think it's placed right for the decade being number 7, even though it's like a newer anime that just literally got released like in 2019? Let me know. So yeah, guys, without further ado, gonna end it off on that note. Leave a INCOG, hit the red button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new. As well, stop liking this video, help the channel grow a lot. As well, hit the bell notification, make sure you click all so you know if I make a future upload. Alright, it's me, boy, I'm out. Peace.